going to ask, why are we still here?
Walking slow. Alternative transportation method required.
We had some help and put in an order for some of the rarer witch plants. With any luck, they'll be delivered soon, and we'll have a much faster method of travel.
Oh. Why didn't this option come up earlier?
We did not know it was an option earlier.
Oh. Well, that's good.
And as we now have approval for support from your queen and by proxy your king.
You called Heka queen.
We should spend the time we have finding support. Hiring mercenaries, perhaps.
Obtaining supplies.
Ooh, and weapons.
Sounds reasonable enough, but how are you going to afford all of this?
Bugs?
I wish it was storming like that right now. I miss my storms.
Ah, sounds like another fading season storm.
Oh, she cut her hair.
Well, Prude, way to look totally wrongly. Whoa, this looks like somebody needs to knock socks.
I couldn't agree more!
That's funny.
Do you think she needs help with getting this knocking of socks?
Nope, that's something to do with someone else.
Maybe, but we probably shouldn't be the ones to assist.
More training, then?
That's good for you guys. Wonder what's on our radar. My husband's playing Black Ops right now with a group, so they're like way loud out there. It's one of the reasons why I'm doing a bit longer stream. Now if we lived in Oklahoma City, then yeah, we'd be getting rain. Looks like our next percentages that are really high are going to be this evening possibly, and then Saturday.
Today seems like a good day for water.
It surely is, Thaumaturge.
The Thaumaturge learns quickly.
What was that?
I cannot tell you what you sense, but you have already opened your water chakra.
Oh boy. A gray mage possibly? brother. Her brother. Interesting.
Oh wow. I expected something to have hit my tent, not someone to be knocking. Get in! Spiraling stars, man. What were you doing walking through muck like this?
When I set out a day ago, the sky was not so ugly, and my business requires urgency.
What kind of business would convince a man to travel through this?
I could ask the same of yourself. I am Reswen, by the way.
Reswen Viki. I know. I could tell. Your clothes. You see, while suits are becoming more common among the various human nations of the Mud Plains, cravats are a relatively new fashion, and to the best of my knowledge, only popular in Cordale, the capital of Novinia. To the best of my knowledge, the only man from Cordale who might, fit your description... Well, that would be Reswen Viki, heir to the Viki fortune and business.
You know a great deal for a humble traveler.
Humble traveler? I've never claimed to be anything of the sort. The name is Malte, explorer, inventor, etc.
A pleasure.
That is lightning in a bottle, combined with a thing I like to call a light bottle. They're inventions of mine. No fire, no magic, just light.
Interesting.
Both names have too many syllables. It would be difficult to market. But I suggest Spark Jar and Beacon Bottle.
But Beacon Bottle has more syllables.
Yes, but it has alliteration.
It doesn't matter anyway. Production on these would require resources and, more importantly, time I don't have. I would be traveling right now, if not for this weather. I have close friends who are in danger.
Danger? What kind of danger?
They're under attack. Under siege by a force they don't quite understand. All they know for sure is that there are mages among their enemies.
Are you talking about a war? Impossible. I would have heard something.
Oh, I'm sorry. I suppose you wouldn't know about my friends or their kingdom. They're not exactly local.
What does that mean?
I'm not talking about a human kingdom.
Are you telling me there are other kingdoms?
Yes, of course.
Do you have proof of this? The last man who told me this was charlatans, only after my money. Admittedly, you have little reason to make up such a story, given these circumstances.
Proof? Sort of. Those are the Yetis. Do you have a tail? Then you're probably a Sasquatch. It's a subspecies, adapted for forests. I'd show you on my map, but it's not treated to survive this kind of weather because I'm still working on it and updating it constantly. Treatment makes changes a little difficult.
Tell me, Mountain, where are you going?
I'm going to Porttown. From there, I plan to hitch a ride to the Great Sunken Island to the south. I'll be crossing the southern mountains. Can't promise any Yetis there, but I'm sure you can get a ride to the Redwood Forests from Porttown. See where you're from.
No, thank you. I will stay with you until the worst of the storm is past, and continue my journey to Ryuji and Celeste.
Fair enough. It's not the direction I'm headed, so I suppose tonight will be our first and last meeting, Mr. Viki.
Interesting.
I would hope by now you have paid enough attention to the whispers of your students to know why we are gathered.
We believe there is a grey mage in our midst.
Impossible! The victim, this girl, was unpaired.
Perhaps this is not a grey mage, but a student who wishes to become one. They may not know what they were doing.
I personally find it far too unlikely that a student would have the will, let alone ability required to attempt harvesting organs, regardless of success.
About that.
Do you mean to suggest that the culprit lies among us? Do you know what you are saying, woman? There is already distrust enough amongst the faculty after the incident with the previous heads, without you sowing fresh seeds of discord.
I am head, not woman, and you will call me as such until you find another mage skilled enough to assume the position, and perhaps willing.
You are hardly the first choice, Nissa. We all know that.
This conversation is far and away from what we must be discussing.
Ugh. A hedge mage who never even achieved pairing can hardly speak to me about first choices.
Yeah, he's huge.
The fact that a Grey Mage requires a pairing is a lie. It is a lie told even among the cult of the Grey Mages.
How can you know this?
One told me.
Then the rumors of the Grey Mage attacks in Ryuja?
They were almost all of a particular sect. We are unsure if most Grey Mages are aware of the fact that a pairing is not necessary. We know from interviews that most do believe such.
Meaning that if they were not a Grey Mage before, they may be one now. As some of you fear, discord among ourselves will only bring ruin. We must weed it out immediately. As you can see, I have no scars that would indicate I have additional organs. I advise we all reveal at least as much, so that suspicion shall not lie amongst ourselves.
A wise idea.
You don't make that face. You'll be lucky to look half as good as me at half the age.
I suppose that clears the mages of suspicion, then. This means that our culprit is either hidden on the ground somewhere, a student, or among the general staff.
We can most easily rule out the staff. Cooks, cleaners, and the like are the smallest population here, aside from teachers.
As heads, we shall ask of them individually to expose themselves.
A good start. For now, I say we wait until you bring us more information about this exchange.
Unless the Grey Mage has access to transformation magic.
It is fanciful to imagine other forms of magic, and I am sure Hector has developed quite advanced techniques. But despite what the whispers of students might say, there is no such thing as transformation magic. Best to leave such matters to those who were actually paired in a proper ritual.
Your thoughts are as old and stagnant as your magic. I know not the extent of what magecraft may exist, but I know that there are changelings. Creatures able to hide their face behind another.
I told the others you were too young to teach, but there was a time you were peerless. Now you think magic is the stuff of wives' tales and folklore.
Is something burning?
Light and shadows.
Why do we even have a school here? If everything he does is better than my best. Aku, Elfie, Come with me. We shall discuss this privately. Discuss any of this, and I assure you, I will show why I, among you, was chosen as head. Because I'll kill you. I just wanted that to be clear. It was a threat.
That's enough.
Okay. We are gonna put a hold on this. We've been going for almost 3.5